How does creatine even work? To answer this, let's simplify our body. Let's assume that our muscles have batteries. These batteries provide your muscles with energy. And there are various types of batteries, but this specific one runs on creatine. It's one of the many batteries that your muscle has. So your liver creates a bit of creatine and puts it in the battery. Then you eat some meat, and meat also contains a little bit of creatine. So your body takes the creatine and puts it in the battery. But as you can see, the batteries are not full yet. We can fit some more fuel in there. And if we wanted to get enough fuel just from regular food, this would mean that we would have to eat more than 1 kilo of meat every single day. And this is why I recommend supplementing creatine. If your batteries are completely filled up, you will be a little better at short and intense activities like sprinting and weightlifting. It's no magic by any means, but if you can do one extra rep on each set or sprint a little longer every single workout, this will have a big impact over the years. Creatine also makes your muscles look a little bigger because it draws water into the muscle tissue itself. And some research even shows that creatine helps with brain function. So you, especially you, need creatine. Nah, but really, it's one of the safest and most researched supplements out there, so why not take it? How much creatine should you take? The recommended dose for creatine is 3 to 5 grams every day depending on your body weight. You could also do a so-called loading phase. This means that you take 20 grams of protein every day for a week and then you switch to 5 grams a day. This will allow your body to fully fill up your batteries quicker, but it can come with drawbacks like dehydration and bloating. So I personally wouldn't recommend a loading phase, just take 3 to 5 grams every day and do it for years. When to take creatine? It doesn't matter. You can take it at any time of the day, but the most important factor is that you take it every single day. That's why I would recommend having a set time to take your creatine. For example, I take it in my cup of tea that I have before bed, and this way it has become a habit and I don't forget it. But what to do if you forget to take creatine? If you miss one day, there's no problem at all. So don't take a double dosage or take 10 grams. Just get back into it and take 3 to 5 grams again every single day. Which creatine should I take and what's the best form of creatine? Creatine monohydrate is the cheapest and most researched form of creatine. It's safe and it's proven to work. But the only issue is that it doesn't dissolve really well. That's why I like to use lukewarm tea to dissolve it, but if you want to do this, make sure you're using unflavored creatine. And if you have digestive issues, look into creatine HCl. This seems to be easier on the stomach. But for most people, creatine monohydrate is the way to go. Is creatine a steroid? No, it's a natural compound. Your body literally produces it itself. Also, you can find it in your food. So no, it's no steroid. And also, steroids usually mess with your hormones, and creatine just doesn't do that. It's safe, it's legal, it's proven to work, and it's no steroid. Does creatine cause balding? This is a common misconception. No, it doesn't. Let me explain. A study was done in 2009, and it showed that when athletes took creatine, the amount of DHT in their blood increased. DHT is the hormone that's responsible for male pattern balding. But this doesn't mean that creatine causes balding, because this study has never been repeated, and on top of that, a slight increase in the DHT hormone doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be bald earlier. No further studies have proven that creatine directly causes balding. And by the way, if you're genetically prone to balding, because your dad was bald at like 35, you will get bald with or without creatine. Does creatine cause bloating? No, it doesn't. Creatine does cause water retention, but the water is stored in your muscle tissue itself, making your muscles look bigger and harder. So you won't necessarily look bloated or puffy because of creatine. However, if you take more than the recommended dose of 3 to 5 grams, you can experience some stomach issues or bloating, so just take 3 to 5 grams and you'll be okay. Does creatine damage your kidneys? Nope, it doesn't. If your kidneys are healthy, they should be perfectly fine with handling creatine. But if you have an underlying kidney issue or if you're sick, that's when taking creatine may be a bit too much for your kidneys. So I would recommend to always speak with a doctor before starting creatine. And whether you're healthy or not, make sure you stay hydrated. As I mentioned before, creatine draws water into your muscles, but this also means that the rest of your body has less water to work with. So make sure you drink enough or your kidneys will hate you. Can beginners take creatine? Yes, it can benefit literally anyone who's physically active. And that's all. Leave a like if this was useful, and if you have any more questions that I didn't answer in this video, leave a comment below. Now go watch this video in which I explain why building muscle and getting jacked is simple but not easy at all.